Well, honey, you want the cut and curl? Yes, yes, it looks like Arizona is calling the race. Consistent listing is the winner. In the morning, everyone, it's Kevin from Real Boring Flips. And today we're going to talk about some of the things that I picked up this last week, week and a half. I've got another video coming out shortly that will be things that I've sold. But today I'm going to touch on some of the great things that I've picked up and the fact that consistent listing, I must have listed 50 items over the long weekend and my sales are skyrocketing. So we'll talk about that as well. But first, before we get into that, I want to share what I'm enjoying. And this is a Fremont Sky Kraken. Now, if you're not familiar, the Seattle Kraken are the NHL hockey team from Seattle. And this is an ode to that. Very hoppy, a hazy pale ale. Not a sponsor. So I'm just going to dive right into it because I got some great stuff. One of the items, the first one I'll show you, is actually a personal item, and it's this. This is an Osprey Poco. I forget the exact model number, but it's a child carrier, backpack child carrier. And the reason this is a personal sale is not because I have a little one that fits in here, but because my wife and I are, within a few short weeks, will be grandparents for the first time. So Grammy and Grampy. And so kids, if you're watching this, I just spoiled your surprise that's coming. But yes, we warned you, stuff that you're going to get from me will probably come from Goodwill or some other thrifting source. So this is a great item though. I paid $25. I could easily sell this for at least $180 plus shipping. It's so clean, has the rain shield, everything is perfect on it. Really actually an amazing find. I can't believe it was just sitting there on the floor, and I just happened to, I had my eyes open for things like this for my son and daughter-in-law, and little Juniper is going to love this when she gets old enough to sit in it. So that was the first item. The next, these were all pretty much on different days, different locations, but I always look for military models. You'll see in my What Solds video another military model that sold that was a great flip, but this one was at the, I want to say Value Village, and it came out on a cart, or actually I don't even think it was on a cart. I think I found it in a weird aisle, like the glass aisle. This was $7. I've got it, it's brand new in the box. I've got it listed for $50. I should get close to that plus shipping. This was the submarine from Hunt for Red October with Crazy Ivan.
Russian captains sometimes turn suddenly to see if anyone's behind them. We call it Crazy Ivan.
Excellent find. I mean, look for, they don't have to be sealed boxes because I don't even think these came sealed, but the package inside is sealed and complete. Look for this stuff, especially if you can get it cheap like this, $7. That was an excellent, excellent find. So at the same store, I found this We Fit. I'll just show you back here. We Fit Plus, fitness board. Now, I don't buy these unless they're in this condition, which this condition is, it doesn't have the seal on it, but brand new, the game's in here, the batteries are in here, brand new, never been out of the box, I'm sure. An excellent find. I've sold other brand new ones just like this that just, you see them all over. Look in the box because sometimes they're brand new. Usually you're just worn out piece of crap with hardly anything in there. But this was $6 at Value Village, and I've got it listed for 100. I should get close to that plus shipping. So this came today. Now, I won't do a let's power it on and see what happens video because I actually powered it on at Goodwill before I bought it. It was $50. I wasn't about to buy it unless I knew it had some function, but this is a Leader brand oscilloscope. I've sold Leader before. You saw my other video recently that was for a Hewlett-Packard, what was that? Hewlett-Packard Spectrum Analyzer, the one we powered on to see what was going to happen. This one powered on, I was able to do some just minor testing, no probes or anything to do anything with, but for $50, it looked like there was a parts sold for $80, and then the working ones were like $120 to $150. And I'll be able to do a little more testing on this just to confirm that. I'm actually going to plug it in and let it run for days just to make sure that it stays on. So we'll do that tonight. But that's about the max I would spend on something like this. But I'm familiar enough with them to know that I can get my money back one way or another at least. So that was fine. So this next item was kind of funny. If you have not had this, it's pretty good. IPAs are like, you love them or hate them. But this one's not too in your face, not too strong of a hoppy taste. So I can't remember if I talked about this in my, I think I did on my board game haul video, but this came out today actually. As I was looking at the board games, the worker came out and tried to shove this into the shelf, and I said, I'll just take that because I just listed the one I bought that's complete, new in the box, or not new in the box, used. I just listed that one for I think 40 or 50. This one's sealed, although it does have a tiny bit of broken seal there, and it has a little bit of weirdness on the back of the box. It's got a little curve to this part of it, but brand new, sealed. These are going for 70 to 80. There was kind of a range in there. I'd probably go lower on this one just because of the torn seal and a little weird on the back. But still, I paid, what did I pay? I paid $13 for this. I'll have no problem getting that back and more. So this next one is something I've never bought. I always see people buy them, just never found them. But I felt like I'm gonna do it this time because I found this. It was actually a bag of Monster High dolls. One of them has a little issue with its hair. I'm probably gonna take this one to the salon, maybe see if I can wash that out. All of them have clothes except for one, but there's 5 here. I paid $15. Weirdly, there was a 25-cent garage sale sticker in the bag with them, so unfortunately I didn't get it for 25 cents. And I don't know maybe they didn't actually do the garage sale, but I know that any reseller that found these at a garage sale for 25 cents would have bought them. So I'm hoping I can turn this $13 or $15, at least double that, just by putting them all in one lot and saying, here you go. Should be able to do that, no problem. So this next item, actually, I talked about this in one of my early videos, and it's power cords that have weird ends to them. And I was actually scanning the power cords because I'm looking for one specific one that I need. I did not find that, but I saw this one and I thought, well, that's an odd tip. What is this? It's an Epson A431H. There's two solds that were, what were they? $25 plus shipping for both of them. There's one for sale for $16, but it says it's this one, but it's not this model. And then there's also a foreign one that is this model for sale for like $65. So I feel like I should not have any problem getting at least $25 for this plus shipping. And I'll test it obviously to make sure I'm getting power, but it's one of those odd, I think it's for a PictureMate printer. So I've had those printers and I never sell them. Although you will see in my what solds video another printer that I did sell. But this one is a weird 42 volt adapter. So I just look out for weird stuff, weird connectors, weird voltages. It's easy to just search that model, and this one popped up great. I paid $1 for that. These were in my Goodwill, the cords that have no price tag on them are $1, and then other cords have a price tag on them, which you're probably thinking the same thing I am. How many of those $5 cords show up at the cash register with a sticker on them? I don't understand how they do that. So that was kind of funny. I bought this remote, and well, maybe I can take you over here. Let's see if this will scan over. Under here I have, I think, 6 or 7 Toshiba DVD recorder VCRs. This is the remote that I need for at least one of those models. I had to pay $5 for it, but it's in good condition, and I usually pay about $20 for these stupid things on eBay. So when I see them, I grab them, similar to how I grabbed this one recently for my Panasonic DVD recorder VCRs. You just gotta, when you find them, you just gotta buy them. You never know. So that was $5 sale. I also got another one. I look through the mice regularly. This is another Razer Naga gaming mouse. I sell these all the time. This one's really nice condition. I paid $7 for it, and this is the corded version. There's a cordless version that I've sold. But the corded version, I think I probably will get at least $25 to $30. I know I've sold them for more. I don't know what the market is now. But this is really nice, easy to test. These kind of light up with different colors. I forget. They're all different, so I'll have to find out what color this one is. It'll be a fun surprise. So these next two items, I don't normally buy puzzles anymore, just because for what you pay, it's a long haul. You got to find a puzzle that someone actually wants. But today I found these two sealed puzzles. They were both $6 each, which is probably my max. I probably wasn't going to go any higher than that. But these were unique. This is a 3-layer puzzle, and I've bought some 3D puzzles as well. Not those big ones that build like the Capitol building, but just the image has a 3D look to it. This is a 3-layer, so as you build it, it creates different visuals. And I think this one didn't have any solds, but there were 2 listed at, I think, $30 plus shipping. So I figured that was worth it. And then this one also, $6. This is a photo mosaics, and I thought that's pretty unique. It's kind of like the 3-layer puzzle. This was a little bit unique, and this had no current listings, but it sold $25 plus shipping. So for sealed puzzles, as long as they're something that's desirable, I'll spend a little bit of money on them. I'm not going to go crazy and buy puzzles, all over the place. It's just, that never seems to work out for me. I think I still have one of those weird foam 3D puzzles that I bought years ago. I just can't give it away. So this last item, I'm hoping someone out there can give me insight on what this is. I mean, it is a DVD. It's a Japanese Transformer DVD. And maybe I can get my camera phone to convert the Japanese for me somehow. But I cannot find this. I haven't been able to comp it, but I've seen other Japanese Transformer DVDs that are outrageously priced, hundreds of dollars. So I'm hoping that's what I'll find with this one. I really have no guess. I paid $3 for it. But what was interesting, if you saw one of my last videos where I talked about the bag of GoBots and Transformers that I bought, the vintage vehicles. The same guy that helped me then was helping me today, and he said, I can't believe you always come in and buy all this great Transformers stuff. So it just happened that I grabbed this. I was looking through the media for 3D Blu-rays or video games that were particularly something I wanted, and I just happened to see this and saw it was sealed. So this was a definite buy as soon as I saw it was sealed. I might have bought it even without, just because I do have quite a bit of stock of anime type movies. So we'll see on this. But this was, this wasn't everything that I bought recently, but I wanted to give you just a flavor of some of the stuff that came in recently. To be honest, I've been trying not to buy stuff, really trying to not buy stuff, because I'm working throughout this upstairs in the apartment here, trying to get everything that's up here listed. I spent the long weekend, listed about 50 items, mostly board games that you saw in one of my previous board game haul videos. And I've already sold a couple of those. So trying to get this space, essentially I'm picking my own apartment to sell stuff on eBay because I bought so much stuff and it never got listed. So that's my challenge, is try not to bring in too much new stuff. But this new stuff that I brought in, most of it's ready to go for listings. So I'm going to focus on that. And as you saw in the beginning of this video, I've really been challenged by slow sales. And so I've been toying with the idea of switching to free returns. I haven't given up on that yet. I just haven't figured out how I want to do it. I think I'm still going to do it, just haven't figured out how I'm going to do it. But, I was pretty convinced that listing stuff, and especially listing consistently, would drive my sales. And, I'm selling stuff that I've had listed forever. I'm selling stuff I just listed. So no rhyme or reason as to what's selling, but I'm pretty sure, and I've heard this from other people, consistent listing is what does your sales, gives your sales the boost you want. And you don't even have to list a new thing. I know people talk about the end and relist. You don't even have to do that, I don't think. I was messaging another YouTuber that I was watching, and he was talking about his inventory system and how sometimes, he does very similar to me. I have bins with identification labels, and I use the SKU field to identify the bin number. And he mentioned that occasionally when a bin is about empty, he'll just take everything out of it and redistribute it to other bins, and then he'll have a completely empty bin to start with. And I said, hey, when you do that, you're editing your items because you're putting a new SKU number in them. Do you notice anything about your sales? And he said, yeah, weirdly, my sales go up when I do that. So I do that too. I do that regularly. I may just take one bin, change everything in it to a different label, different bin ID, just to trigger something. And it always seems to work. So I think there's a method to it. There's all kinds of stuff, change your prices, do whatever. But that's one that just happens regularly if you do that kind of inventory. So I think it's just a automatic boost by doing that. So think about that if you do an inventory similar to what I'm talking about, where I have bins labeled and then stuff goes in the bins, or shelves, or cabinets, or whatever you call them. But just wanted to say thank you again for joining me. It's been a little while since I had my last video. We've kind of done a few different things. We were busy again, even though we were here last weekend. I didn't do an unboxing, but I did want to show you that I decided to invest in my business. It's okay to invest in your business. So I ended up buying, this is the first new computer I have bought for myself. I think it's been 21 years since I actually bought a new computer. I've always lived with, secondhand stuff. My newest computer before this computer was my 2013 trash can Mac Pro. So this will be something, I really got this just to enable little better flexibility on my part. I didn't really have a good laptop that really worked, that would allow me to do video editing, which is really what I wanted to be able to do remotely, not up here. So that's going to help. So this video will be the first one I actually edit on that. So I'm excited about that, and you know, we can, I'll probably do a whole video on my process for making YouTube videos, because I'm learning as I go. My first videos you can watch and be like horrified by the terrible quality, but I think I mentioned in the very first video, I want to learn how to improve my production quality. So I feel like every video I get maybe a little tweak to improving that, without trying not to go overboard. But like I say in all my videos, really the whole point of what I'm doing is I'm trying to give you some value back for the value you give me by watching videos. I work on the value for value model, which is, you give me something, I give you something, and hopefully we're both happy with that. So if you like this video, please like it, and then send me comments. I love to read those. Let me know if you had any comments on any of this stuff, especially this doggone transformer video. I'm hoping this is the $400 one. So let me know if you know anything about that stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers over the last, I guess the last month and a half. And so it's nice to see new people coming on, and I really appreciate the comments that people send me. So thank you again for watching. And as I always say, join me again next time. It's perfect. This is the submarine from Hunt. Whoa. I don't know why that did that. That was weird.